Hey, this is Jared. Let's take a look. Probably start by resetting the pose. And let's show the curves. Okay. Um, hmm. Oh boy. Some real issues with the foot there. I wonder, was that like that on your posed character? Or did something happen when I reset the pose? Because I didn't notice that here. Oh, maybe it is doing that a little bit. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something I did. Alright. So, and it's really, the other thing is right here, it's very, the transition is really abrupt right there with the hip. Um, I, the shoulder looks okay. That's a little squishy, the way that bends. Um, hmm, that's fine. That seems okay. Hmm. Might want to make these controls a little bit bigger. Oh, okay, that you need to work on. That's not finished. We need to fix that. And what is this? Is it I? That I would probably move out. Um, in front of the face more. Why isn't it selecting that? Okay, and this, scale that up. And where's the neck? Oh, it's kind of hiding in here. Right. Oops. Maybe move that up a little bit. Okay. Uh, yeah, the neck's kind of okay. I don't know if I'd have it moving the shirt that much, but the head's clearly messed up. Um, so to start with, for this, these leg issues and the feet stuff, we could try to fix that by waiting, but I would tend to. Ooh, this is. Oh, you still have all your history on here too. Ooh, that's bad. Oh yeah, you're supposed to delete history before you bind. So I would definitely. I mean, you can delete non-deformer history, but it's a little funky. That'll keep the bind and delete history otherwise. But I would just take a step back on this one, just bind it again. So let's try that. Um, take all the surfaces, skin, unbind skin. Okay, and then delete history, Alt-Shift-D. Alright, and then let's select the surfaces again. And here, select form joints, smooth line options. I'm having pretty good luck with geodesic voxel lately. See how that works with your guy. Takes a minute or two. Okay. And yeah, you see how all that history is gone. Now let's see if that feet thing is resolved. Oh, let's turn everything back on again. No, it is not. I am surprised. That is equally bad. I would have thought that would have solved it. I'm pretty surprised it didn't. Alright. So, in that case, again, just because it's messy, another approach would be to just take these and unbind them again, and then just unbind them to the very specific points that you want. So I would take this, for example, and let's go into the outliner and open up this group thing, and I don't want the fit skeleton, not the motion skeleton, but the deformation system skeleton here. And so we would just want, this is the left foot, so we would just want the left knee. Probably don't need any knee, probably just the ankle, toes end, just those three joints. And then when we bind, yeah, just have the surface and those specific joints selected, and we can use the same options here. Okay, let's see how that's doing. Good. And that looks good. Okay, and let's repeat for this one. Yeah, oh, that's not bound at all because I detached it. So this one, and then the exact one, the ankle, toes, and toes end, and then bind that. And that should solve that weird foot problem you had. Okay, looking good. Now, here, I don't know why it didn't do a little bit better of a job there, but I mean, it's if you move it a little bit, it's fine. It's when you move it more that it. Sometimes it's a question of how much the geometry matches between the two surfaces, and see how this has different. If these were kind of more matching, these edges in position, it might not intersect. So sometimes I'll solve this just by adding a little bit of geometry. And the geometry is real kind of crazy on this too. I don't really. I wonder, is it supposed to be like that? What I might do actually is, oh yeah, and it's all messy on here too. It's all messed up there. I wonder if it came in like that, or something got messed in the transferring of the file. Yeah, this is all wacky. So I would say the thing to do on this is fix the geometry first, and then bind it again. Guess we can try doing that real quick. Just gonna unbind this, and let's isolate this. Oh, that's all one surface. Okay, well that's another thing, is I would separate these. Or did I have it selected? No, that is actually one surface. That's not a good idea. So let's mesh separate. Okay, now it's two surfaces. And again, I'll just isolate just this. Okay. And oh, this is all wacky geometry here. So I'll probably use the paint. Well, I'll use surfaces, sculpt geometry tool options, and let's close some of this. Give me some space here, and just use this smooth and just fix that. Okay. Maybe fix some of this here and that. Okay, and this stuff. And I'll remirror it afterwards too, just trying to get rid of all the weird geometry stuff. It's still a little weird, but a bit better. Okay. And then okay, and then let's remirror this. Just select half. Why is it selecting more than half? I've been having this problem a lot lately, and I feel like there's some weird... Like, yeah, it's clearly... Normally you would think that would happen when you had symmetry on, but I don't have it on. Try to deselect those. Yeah, and then it deselects too much. Let me just try growing the selection. Just shift double clicking to complete the row selection. Okay, that looks pretty good. Delete that half. And then let's grab these verts. Just the ones along the center line here. And then make sure those are centered. Click here, absolute transform, 0 in the x direction, enter. Yeah, they did move a little bit. And then shift right mouse click, mirror options, turn off cut geometry, combine with original, merge, custom, 0.001, mirror. Okay. Alright, so now we have better geometry there. Let's delete history, Alt Shift D, unisolate that. This is a bit different now. Let me save a version of this. I wonder if this one is not symmetrical too. It kind of looks that way. Clearly not. Wow, this is a wacky, sort of slightly twisted surface here. Okay, let's work on this. I don't know what's weird about my selection lately. I don't know. I'll just start with that and grow from there. It's kind of even tricky to see like where the halfway mark is. Just deleting that row. Is that half? I think maybe in this one. Maybe that. Just deselecting this along the bottom. And the top, I need to, okay. And then Control F9 to change to vertex selection. And again, same W for move, 0 in the X direction here. Okay. Still a little twisted along the bottom there, but shift right mouse click mirror with the same options. I mean, I don't really love the topology at the bottom there, but at least it's symmetrical now. Okay. Delete history, Alt Shift D. I'm just going to save again. All right. Now let's select these two and bind again. So let's see advanced skeleton stuff. Select the deformed joints. Let's use geodesic voxel bind skin. Alright, let's see if we're any better off with those intersections now. Yeah, actually we are. It's a more gradual, I think it's maybe defecting a little bit too high there, but at least it's more gradual and there's no, well, there's a little bit of intersection there when you push it kind of far, but within kind of a pretty normal range of motion, it's actually okay. Alright. So yeah, I think that was more of a geometry problem than a weighting issue, which is finding more and more is sort of often the case. That's not good. Why is that doing such a bad job? Jeez. Alright, let's try painting this. Right mouse click, paint with skin weights tool. Let's choose right mouse click this influence. That one. That one. Yeah, that's an awful large area there for the scapula to be controlling, and indeed for the shoulder. Now we could try, so what I'll probably do here is I want to remove weight from the shoulder and from the scapula. So, oops, let's try the scapula first, and I'm gonna grab these shoulders and then some of these, the chest, these different spine joints. I'm just control clicking on these. Okay, so I have all those selected. Then I'm going to right mouse click and say lock inverse selection. So it's going to lock everything but these scapula and shoulder joints and a few of the spine joints. And that way, if I paint weights, it can only throw the weight to one of those other joints if I'm decreasing on anything. So, well, maybe I'll start with the scapula here. And clearly I don't want it affecting that large of an area. So let's replace with a value of 0 and might adjust my brush size. And I'm just painting, you know, make sure you have a soft brush. Sometimes it's better to have a little softer brush like that. And hopefully it's doing a good job of reassigning the weights to some of those spine joints rather than just the shoulder. Might have gone a little too far here, but let's see how that scapula is moving now. Boy, it's still moving more than I would have thought it would. Oh, probably because of the shoulder. Let's go to the shoulder. Yeah. try the shoulder. Not great. Oops. Scapula. Wow, it's really oof. So what it's done, I think, is it's what I didn't want it to do is it's passing the weights between the scapula and the shoulder. And so when I remove them from the shoulder, just put them back on the scapula. So I think I'm going to have to do is lock up these shoulders while I do the scapula so that it can only throw the weight to these chest and spine joints when I remove them from the scapula. So let's do that first. So now it can't put those back on the shoulder or anywhere else. It can only put those to those chest and spine joints. Well, we might want some of that up there actually for the scapula. And then the shoulder, let's do the opposite here. Okay, try that again. Why is it doing all this stuff? You can't really see that. I'm going to use a harder brush here. But it's apparently got some weight on that. Oh, unless it's thrown it to something weird further on down the arm. Which is probably the case. It's probably like elbow or wrist or something that's moving those. It's kind of disappointing. I'm just trying to think of what would be the easiest way. The shoulder's okay. It's just that it's not moving the shirt with it that well, but the scapula is really bad. It's moving an awful lot of other stuff that we don't want it to move. I might. If we bind it again now, it's just going to do the same thing all over again. I just want to see, I'm just going to isolate this for a second and just want to see what some of these points are. Well, it's just a chest, scapula, and shoulder here. I would have thought the way it was moving was more. Alright, well let's just gonna take sort of anything here. Oops. And let's zero the replace the value of 0 flood. Oops, we want not on the shoulder, on the scapula. Oh, I didn't mean to have these selected. Oh god, or all those on the back. Well, it's really just these that are a problem. Okay, just want all these that are having that weird movement on it. I want those to not be at all affected. So I'm just gonna, I've got scapula selected, flood. Let's get these. God, all that should not be affected by it. Okay, that's a lot better than it was. And then I would say, ugh. Let's zero that out. Then I would say, let's just isolate these for a second. Anything on this side shouldn't be affected by it at all as well. So let's flood that with 0. Okay, and now I'm going to try mirroring that to the other side. Ringing, skin, mirror skin weights from the positive to the negative side, mirror. Okay, so now it should be doing the same thing on the other side. And then the other thing, this is a little bit risky, but I was going to try to copy skin weight. So skin, copy skin weight. So let's just try that. And so sometimes it'll get the thing below to move with the thing above better. Something went wrong when we did that. Was that doing that before, that funny stuff? Oh, it is. How did I miss all that? Why is that moving that stuff on that side? I was sure. Oh, maybe because there's things that are locked that need to be unlocked. No, if it takes, if it's 0, oh, it might be that it doesn't have anywhere to put those, but it should. I don't know why it's moving stuff on the left. I was sure I zeroed that out. Let's try again. Okay, that's already selected. Yeah. Place flood. And let's do the opposite here and this as well. Maybe there's some other weird joint that's affecting those. Okay, now it's not affecting that side. So now let's mirror. And now let's also copy and see if that. Oh, better. Okay. Let's save this. Yeah, because that way, if you select the source, then shift select the destination, and then it tries to make the weights match between the two. The head. This is actually covered in the module, but I can just show you here real quick. We never really fixed that mouth geometry. I think I went over that a couple times in the previous modules. Let's find the head. Unlock or lock inverse selection. So everything besides the head and replace with a value of 1. Flood. And I might just isolate that and grab some of these neck. Boy, that geometry isn't great. Okay, and let's, I'll just unlock the neck as well, and then flood that, and then go into object mode. With just those two things unlocked, the neck and head. Wait, didn't I flood that? These points? I could have sworn I made those one flood. Yeah, okay. Why is it being... What? Why does it go back to being gray after I do that? That is really weird. Let's see what the component editor has to say about that. No. How would that happen? I'm sure I weighted these. Oh, maybe it's not able to pull the... Oh, I know. Okay, let's unlock everything. And then flood it to 1, because maybe it's not able to pull the weights off wherever they are. And now let's just have the neck and head. Right mouse click, lock inverse selection. Okay, now just the neck and head are unlocked. And okay, there we go. Neck. And then I'm just going to change this to smooth and flood that a couple times. Alright. I do not like the geometry of this head, but it just seems a little late to be focusing on that. Okay, and so now, yeah, the head's moving pretty well. And the neck. Yeah. Alright, well, that's a lot of stuff. I hope that I'm going to save this again. I think it's mostly better now.